Hi, I'm Lai. Welcome to Discount Dive, the show where I am scared. I am very scared. If you recognize this name, I imagine a shudder has just run down your spine. And if not, I have a fun surprise for you. The infamously bad Bold Form's Gladius, the Dark Emperor. I know it's not going to be good, but I honestly wanted to give it a fair shake. I know it was designed by just one person, and it seems like they put a lot of love into it. So regardless of how it turned out, I want to keep that in mind, and I want to try and be as gracious as possible. Packaging's pretty cool. Looks like a military ammunition box. I don't know, military things. We get our first view of the boy himself. I've heard that some copies don't end up with all of the accessories, but I'm not that bothered. I can't imagine the add-ons affecting my enjoyment that much. I'm scared. We're doing this? Okay. We're doing this. Styrofoam. I don't think we're supposed to be doing that anymore. Let's see what we're cooking with here. Fall out. Oh. It's separated into 2 trays. It looks like something's missing. Stand up. Nothing fall out. Yet another matrix to add to my collection. Immediate impression, this guy is significantly bigger than I expected him to be. Like, oh my god. Oh, I'm assuming this is supposed to come apart. Funny if it just broke instantly. Oh, hate that sound very much. Happy place, stop. Okay, whew. I hate styrofoam almost as much as Mother Earth does. Everything has a very plasticky, toyetic look, which, yeah, it's a plastic toy. Kind of reminds me of Open and Play, if anybody remembers their Springer or their Galvatron. I don't mind this aesthetic. Definitely feeling a little hollow here. Does he have his sword? Is it hidden in it? Oh, oh my goodness. I think this is part of the sword. Oh, this really just keeps going, huh? Okay, I think that's its basest part. Oh, I found the rest of the sword, I think. Not horrifically sharp, though it does appear to be bending a little bit at the end. Thing is paper thin. Oh, what is this? Is this missing a piece? Oh, it just didn't come out. Okay. I don't know how to get this out. Oh, okay. This is immediately already a lot. I'm gonna put these off to the side for now. Can all go into the corner. He grins, he shouts, he pouts. I love this one. And by default, he's packaged with a big laugh. Hopefully the toy will be a big laugh too. Immediately not feeling great. Oh, so it looks like the waist is supposed to plug in. And it does for just a moment. Those ankles are not doing much to support the weight of the guy. Oh? He stands. He can stand. This is just... I'm having so many regrets. Not even about purchasing it. I don't want to transform this on camera. I don't know if it's supposed to snap in more, but I'm afraid to put too much pressure on the top because this all feels so cheap and hollow. Is that how it's supposed to go? I don't know if this is the correct transformation for the back. That does free up the waist swivel, which is lightly detented. That's nice. How do I get his upper body to stick together? Is that as far as it's supposed to close? Oh, so many questions. Do I even want any of the answers? Okay, so it does just have to snap in and then it no, okay. This is just too many stocks. I cannot imagine paying 150 American dollars for this. I paid like 55 for it on TF Source, and I think it's to some people, this is worthless, right? Look at the mess. But as an oddity, I mean, I'm kind of okay having paid that. Take a look at the collector's instructions. Nice high quality card print at least. So what am I looking at here? Like, what part of him is this? Is it the waist? Yeah, it's the waist. Thank you for clarifying that. I mean, I guess I could go through posability instead. Ratchets. Like, he has all that you would want, but none of it is particularly usable because it seems like the only position he will be able to maintain is just standing upright. When did his foot flip over? He has the most boring kind of articulated hands. Just one knuckle each, so he can't even do anything cool. Thumb doesn't even move. Oh my god. I can't tell you why I thought this, but I imagined this being at least a little bit of a fun time, so I did not emotionally prepare for the nervous sweats and the frustration. I'm gonna take a breather. I'm gonna take a little breather. Took a breather, drank a juice box, feeling better. How's the weather up there? Hope it's nice. I figured that this is really the only way that I'm gonna be able to do this, being worried about... I thought having the camera between me and the instructions and the figure would just make everything a lot harder. Noticing here, ages 15 and up, I would not wish this on a teenager. I fiddled around with him a little bit in the interim. Sword fits okay in his hand. Turns out this is not even the fusion cannon. This piece just slips right off. Also discovered a major issue with the articulation. So you can see there's a nice shoulder rotation here, but it stops here. Nice and buttery, and then just Nothing. I don't want to put more pressure on it. I don't think it's just a QC thing because it's identical on this side. Why would you design it like this? What's the motivation here? I don't understand. I'm gonna let Megatron keep smiling so that at least one of us is having a good time. Into the trenches we go. Cool. They don't feel fragile necessarily, but I don't imagine they would stand up to much scrutiny. I feel like if I applied the slightest pressure this way, they would just snap right in half. Not gonna test it. I do care about my figures. So we lock in the crotch, much like your mom. I'm already a little bit lost. I'm just gonna pull the body out of the way to try and make this a little easier. That shifts up, and then these, okay. I am sort of smelling what you're stepping in now. Okay, we go arm mode now. I'm gonna take this off. I'm assuming that needs to happen at some point. I'm gonna try and point out things I like about the engineering during the transformation, to be fair. I do really like the system for closing up the forearms. Like, that's just smart usage of parts. I hope Hasbro steals that sometime. Wait, am I transforming the wrong arm? I can't imagine it makes too much of a difference, but I'm gonna follow the instructions as well as possible. Oh, I hate things like this. You have to twist this part to rotate that, rotate this, rotate that. It's too many rotations. There had to be a simpler way to do this. Itchy leg, itchy leg, itchy leg. Why is my leg so itchy? Am I dying? Instructions say caution here, and I'm not really sure why. Cue me breaking apart. That would be kind of funny. It's showing it from an angle that is almost impossible to access because it's showing the arm from the inside, but in order to do that, I would have to sever it. Like, I understand the idea behind these instructions, and it is kind of smart, but it just doesn't work. Very unclear on what we're being cautious about here. Break, don't break, don't break. Oh, his head's off. That's nice and squeaky in possibly the worst way. The caution is that it's a slider? What? I don't, okay. Still so itchy. It's like on the inside of my skin. That's not supposed to connect that way, but this is supposed to. Those hook in, inner tabs. There's too many tabs. I understand wanting solidity, and yeah, that's gonna stay together really well, but it's a headache. Some of these tabs are really thin. Like, I'm not liking that at all. There we go, okay. Forgive me for going off camera. I'm really trying my best here. So these need to lock in so that this can snap in, but it keeps, I don't even know how to explain the mechanics of what's going on here. Yes! We did it! We're there! Is that on a slider too? Oh, okay. Well, that's nifty. So flap up, flap in, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out. I'm assuming I'm supposed to repeat that process on the other arm, so dude, I'm gonna do that off camera. Give me this mercy. Alright, second time around was easier. I honestly had a little bit of fun transforming this. My hope, honestly, is that the hatred for this has been very much overdone. Additionally, I appear to have unlocked the forward shoulder movement. I legitimately don't know what I did. It just started working after I started transforming it. So I'll test that in robot mode later if I can get back to robot mode. Forgot to mention in the robot mode discussion, the legs look really nice. I love how big and meaty they are. Just realized I forgot to turn off my fan. My bad. Apologies. I'm not re-recording it though, because yeah, it's a lot. This does not feel happy. This does not feel happy at all. But we did get there, except it's supposed to be up here. Okay. I don't know what's being indicated here. Just so much going on. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I've lost the plot. Oh, wait, no, okay. Standing now and hunching over it like that guy from Notre Dame. Notre Dame, whatever. The goal here is to move the tab from this slot into this slot. That's what I'm understanding. I don't want to pull too hard because the plastic here is so thin. Is there some slider I'm missing down here? Oh, you just have to pull it? Okay. We got there. And we just put everything back together again? It feels like a lot of steps to get that leg to move like an inch. Not even an inch. That's tiny. I guess this is technically a Masterpiece style figure, so I don't know what I was expecting. I'm generally not the biggest fan of Masterpiece just because it all seems so convoluted to transform. It's not sticking in. Maybe it'll all lock together better later. I don't know if this is complete. It doesn't lock together as nicely as the arms did. I'm assuming it is, so I'll do the other leg. Once again, easier the second time, really hoping that this continues to be a trend. The whole not sticking in on this side, I think that's just this side. Over here, it's nice and flush. I think there's a tiny piece of mold flash somewhere in here. I can't really get a good view of it on camera. Might go in with my X-Acto knife and try and just shave that off. Might not, I don't know, might not be worth it. Legs are looking good, so now it's time to move to the hips. Ooh, this is not well designed. Don't like that. I am so scared of breaking these because you have to push it on that ratchet. That does not feel good at all. Careful, careful, careful. We're cautious maxing for sure. As long as you don't apply pressure on the wrong areas, you should be fine. Time to lock in. Aside from this piece, which I probably need to shave down, it's locking in okay. Now we're onto the chest and back and everything. And yes, I did find out this is as far as it's supposed to close. It's coming apart. Woo! His collar's not popped anymore. There we go. Applying pressure by J-Cole. Ball joint never really pops in. It just kind of sits. Probably why it's popping off so easily. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my god. Okay. Believe that's what it's asking me to do now. These are springy. The action feature. Woo! I need something to hold on to. This is tiresome. I do think, to be totally fair, that part of the frustration for me right now is trying to maintain an interesting commentary and do it on camera. I'm definitely going to come back maybe in a day or two to reevaluate the figure after I'm done recording all of the initial stuff, because I think that would be the most fair way to deal with this. I really want to like this figure. I really like what it's doing in concept. And then we're rotating? Why? Okay, wait, this needs to do that first. Okay, and then rotate. Am I misunderstanding? There's just so many little parts. That, something here needs to fold down. This needs to fold down. Okay, that's folded down. And that does that, and then it folds up again. But why? Is the head spring loaded? Has a little label here that says spring loaded, and the only thing that's highlighted is the head. Is that why it's shooting off so easily? Why? Okay. Rotate it in. Keep that out. Still don't know what that's gonna get used for. I'm scared this is pointing the wrong way because I lost track of what direction anything is supposed to be oriented. Wait, no, I got it. Okay, helpful instructions, genuinely helpful because it shows this chest detail here. I figured it out. I'm not going to explain it to you. It'll be fine. You're not buying this figure. Let's be real. A little bit of finger magic. A little bit of finger magic, like what I give your mom. Sometimes you have it, and other times you really don't. Okay, so it's lined up on... Oh, this is on a slider too? Why? Why? Yeah, okay, so that's set up right. Goes in. So they both have to go over and under each other. That seems like an oversight. More not locking quite... Spin, flip in, start to put the big chunks of the gun together. Possibly not. It's the problem with all these ratchets is that if they're not perfectly set up or perfectly aligned, none of it's gonna clip together right. I am fatigued. I am tired. I am dehydrated. I am not thriving. I am not thriving right now. Feeling rather sleepy. I'm an eepy little gal. I want another juice box. Baby need a juice box. Please don't break. Please don't break. I want to like you. Please don't break. We're taking another break. All right. Finally got it together. There was some mold flash on one of the tabs, so I had to shave that off a little bit. It's a common problem with everything on the figure, apparently. I'm very nervous about this whole situation. It's too much. There's too much here. Oh boy. Separate in order? Why? Why would you design it this way? I mean, working like PEMDAS, order of operations over here. Oh, flexible parts. Why? Genuinely, what am I looking at here? Oh my goodness. To be clear, it says flexible parts. I'm not just observing that these parts are flexible. I don't, it doesn't matter. Okay. Which way is the right direction? I have no idea. Does it matter? Are they identical? Okay, I'm gonna assume this is the right way and hope it doesn't come back to bite me at any point in time. You don't have to flex them that much to get it past. So hopefully they hold up over time. Oh, you're supposed to do both over. Just reattach everything together. Reverse PEMDAS. I guess that's kind of smart. Like I've been looking at this for a couple of minutes and there's so much. I feel like I keep repeating the same thing. I feel like Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. I, however, am not. What is it indicating? Are you connecting underneath? There's a foot? Why is there a little, looks like a foot? Is that where it hooks on? I'm so tired. This is an exhausting transformation. Just supposed to do that? No, that doesn't make sense. There's 2 hinges in here. Don't break, please. Not after all of this. If it breaks after all of this effort, I might cry, possibly. See, I don't know if that doesn't really make sense. Why would you do that? Why would you limit it like that? Maybe just underneath. Maybe we just sit it underneath. That's not right, but we'll get there, probably. Feels a lot like some of my past relationships because I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, but I imagine it will become clear very easily once it's over. Is it pointing the wrong way? No, I don't think I can rotate it. No, it has to go this way, but it won't. There's no room for these stalks. What the heck? What the frick? Gosh darn. I want to say bad words, but I want to be YouTube friendly. Is there something on a slider that I am unaware of? Anything on a slider? Is that what it's supposed to do? That doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. She's a runner. She's a track star. Like, there's not room. There's not room for these stalks to get in between these blocks. Bars. Yippee. Yippee. Okay. I'm gonna try and do this part off camera. I don't care. So, it's been like 20 minutes. Turns out I had the upper waist swivel rotated the wrong way. I had to untransform it, had to retransform it. Getting these little lips over these blocks, I can very easily see those breaking. At this point, I don't terribly care. I'm very tired. I just want to be done with this transformation. We're on to the final steps though, that's nice. Okay, I think the instructions have pranked me because this needs to sit flush, right? But it won't because of how I shifted the parts earlier. So why did it tell me to do that? What was the point? Ugh, my hands hurt. I think maybe I'm too baby girl for this. This is... Why did it tell me to do that earlier? It's literally made it impossible to transform. I have to go back, click this back into place, because now it'll sit flush if I do the other side. So what was the point? Okay, apparently these little back plates are spring-loaded as well. Very nice touch. Don't know what difference that really makes, but go off, I guess. I have like a tension headache right now. My teeth hurt. I guess I've been gritting them this entire time. Something tells me that this was not the experience that the creator intended. And the treads keep popping off. Very cool little feature. It's just so many things to tap together. I don't know why anyone expected this to work. And this is on a slider too, so, you know, yet another one to keep in mind. I don't even know why I moved down to the feet. I'm not done with the up here yet. I'm tired of it. It's supposed to compress, but how? How does it? Did I misunderstand the leg transformation from the very beginning? Is it supposed to compress and then lock in a new way? I don't know. I'm finishing this off camera. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm finishing this off camera. Anybody want to play Russian roulette? So I did it. Only took like another 15 minutes on top of what I've already done. Should have just set a timer at the beginning. I think that would have been pretty effective. And the most annoying thing is how good it is. Everything does lock together, and even though it is still a little bit creaky and a little bit it's solid. I want to like this so bad, but oh my goodness, that transformation sucks. Might as well try and give him his accoutrement. Also, if you don't attach his pieces, there's just no barrel, just flat face. Seems like a pretty big oversight considering the amount of engineering that went into the rest of it. Looks like I put the whole scope together. Fusion cannon mounts. Oh, it still mounts in the same place. That's kind of clever. I'll give you that one. You get 1 point because this is the little panel that it attached to in robot mode. At least it tells you how to put the scope together. Yeah, not to be be dramatic or anything, gang, but I feel defeated. This was like spiritually tiresome. Then I don't even, it's so many parts. I don't know. I don't know how to put this together. Is this the one that goes on here? Pictures legitimately are not helping now. I don't know what is supposed to go where. Guess I shouldn't have disassembled it right out of the package. That one's my bad. One of these. Something go here. Pop in real nice. Like, it's good. It's a good gun. I'm gonna leave it for today, okay? I'm going to sleep on it, not sleep on the gun. I mean, I might sleep with a gun in my mouth. I'm gonna tinker with this tonight and for the rest of the day tomorrow, and then I'll get back to you with some final thoughts. I don't know if I'm gonna do the tank mode at all. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I need another. I need some food. Good night. So I did the tank mode. It took an ungodly amount of time. Was not fun. Definitely up there with, you know, some of the least enjoyable transformations I've ever experienced. Turning the regular lights on, I didn't think the candle was gonna flicker that much. Never did figure out how to get all the accessories on correctly. I'll put him back in robot mode eventually, but it's been 2 days and I still don't want to play with him at all. It honestly saddens me that it ended up this way. Bold Forms was a one-man studio, and you can tell there's a lot of love and care put into this, but sometimes love and care just isn't enough. I know he was working on a replacement Motor Master for the Combiner Wars crew, but I don't know if it ever ended up anywhere. As far as I know, he dropped off the map after this, which really bums me out. As it stands, there is some value here. Definitely not for the MSRP, but you know, this is a discount dive. You can find him pretty reliably for like $30 to $50, and I was hoping that getting him in hand would change things, but if you've seen a video, you know what he's about. If you want a Megatron you can stick up on a shelf, preferably against a wall so he doesn't fall over, then he's okay. But as far as a transforming toy, steer clear. Just a real shame. I'm bummed out. I'm gonna go drink now. Oh, come on.